Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Kiev Major Group Stage. We are watching Digital Chaos versus Team Secret, Game 2 of the Best of 3 series. Team Secret is up 1-0 after just decimating Digital Chaos. To me, they had a better draft. To me, they played much better. And Digital Chaos was just on the back foot starting from minute 3 or 4 in the whole game. I am Luminous, and joining me is Aosin. And we got, right from the get-go, a meatball ban from Team Secret. Respecting a bed, but Digital Chaos will reply back with Treant and Invoker.
I was gonna say last game, I think the draft for DC was actually fine, but their biggest hurdle was the Treant Protector. But they take it for themselves this time.
10 seconds to go.
It wasn't even a Treant Protector that was roaming around the map, just punching people, creating a whole bunch of space. It was just a defensive Treant, which is something that we haven't seen in this patch. But in that game, a defensive Treant was the right way to play Tree, right? His ability to keep up all that outer tower for such a long time made Digital Chaos waste so much time during those early pushes.
Radiance ban.
Yep, and that's all they really needed from him. Mid one was just sitting at the towers, spamming it out. And once the waves were cleared out, Treant Protector kept healing him up, bought him enough time for MP to come online, and it was just such a clean game from Team Secret. They just, I can barely see any mistake with their plays, honestly.
Yep. Well, we are switching gears a little bit, at least for Team Secret. That's going to be Pylaidice Crystal Maiden, plus the Abaddon, which I imagine Kezu will be playing it. I personally haven't seen Kezu play the Abaddon before, but judging from the playstyle, do you think we're going to see more of a carry-oriented Abaddon, like maybe a Midas into Radiance? Or are we going to see more of the kind of teamfight supportish role with the Vlads, and then maybe even the Axe somewhere down the line?
Reserve time.
I think it's very likely that we'll see the Vlads, but it really depends on what the other support hero is going to be.
That's true. I think
Until we manage
generally Kezu plays more of the sacrificial team role, but we'll see. You could definitely make the adjustment. But all eyes on the mid player. Once again, both Team Secret and Digital Chaos rely on the mid players a lot. Last game, we didn't really hear too much from Abed. Ooh, just kidding. Did I say this is going to be a Pylaidice Crystal Maiden? No. It's going to be the Pi Bounty Hunter special.
I'm actually not sure about that, though.
You don't think
Because
so?
Puppy has been playing it.
That's true. I think they actually played Bounty Hunter earlier today, and I'm pretty sure Pylaidice was playing the Wisp that game with Puppy on the Bounty Hunter.
That's a good point, because that's also another one of his heroes.
Yep. Man, I just missed the Pi Bounty. He's so good the hero. He would just like constantly sit in the enemy jungle, gather a ton of information. You know, I think his average courier kill when he plays Bounty Hunter is like 1.5 or 1.7 or something like that. So, one of the best bountiers in the world, but looks like he might not be able to play Bounty this game.
That's a pretty damn good track record. 1.7, huh?
Reserve time.
That was like the
I feel,
stats like 1.5 years ago. I don't know what that number has been becoming now. So.
Well, he's not going to be able to pad his stats if he doesn't get to play Bounty Hunter. I'm fairly certain Puppy ends up playing this hero now.
Yeah,
for,
most likely.
Team Secret.
Ooh, the mid one Ember.
Dyer's pick.
Or like you asked in game 1, was it the MP Ember or the mid one Ember? We don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's mid one. I know for sure he's been playing it more often than not. I'd say like 90% or more that it's going to be mid one playing it.
10 seconds.
Well, talk to me about the mid matchup, right? Invoker should have a very decent lane against Ember.
5 seconds.
He should, but we're going to have to see. You have to remember there is a Bounty Hunter and a Crystal Maiden, so Ember does have quite a bit of help here. At the same time, you know, you have to deal with a Treant Protector. So it's kind of depends on how the supports move, because I think in terms of just the 1v1, I think Invoker only has a slight edge.
Yeah, especially if Ember has access into Poor Man's Shield, which I imagine he'll start with. And most likely going to be going for the very standard Veil of Discord opening into Breach of Travel. Traditionally, Ember has been a very strong counter pick to Treant Protector because, first of all, living armor does not matter a damn thing against the Flame Guard in terms of killing whoever Ember wants to kill. And if the game does ever scale into the mid and late game and Treant starts putting eyes everywhere, Ember also doesn't care as he just kills them very easily with his ultimate and will be able to hunt down Treant Protector if Treant decides to go for more of a split push playing style. So I think that was probably one of the strongest reason that Ember is selected for Team Secret versus the Treant.
10 seconds to go.
One thing to note, though, this draft is very different to what they've been playing from the earlier set. I mentioned that they're kind of greedy.
Reserve time.
This doesn't strike me as greedy. I think they're going to be able to play much more aggressively this time. Like last game, they played very defensively. This game's going to be the total opposite.
And I think this is actually the first time in this tournament where they're taking more of a proactive approach, right? For the most part, Team Secret seems to be okay playing on the defensive, waiting for the opponent to make the mistake, but this is, like you said, a complete 180 from Team Secret.
Looks like DC is still going to be sticking to their offensive hero choices. Only difference is instead of Undying, you have a Treant Protector. But I think this is still more than enough to get the job done, especially since you have the Invoker this time and a very easy setup with the Burrow Strike.
Yeah, the Burrow Strike plus the Sunstrike combo is the bread and butter for many teams. And I'm glad that DC has essentially assembled the combo here. We're going to see Boba playing the Sand King once again, most likely. Honestly, his Sand King wasn't too impressive last game. But I think that's more to the nature of the game where he really never had an opening to find those kills. But when Team Secret is looking to fight into you all the time, I think Boba's going to be able to find himself a lot more opportunity this game to combine things up with a bed.
Well, let's hope that's the case. I hope that DC recovers from that first game.
10 seconds to go.
Because that was a very big turnaround from how they looked in the first best of 3.
5 seconds.
I think that this team actually has a lot of potential. I don't know if like how people actually place them in the tournament right now, but personally, I think DC has what it takes to make it into top 8 in their current state.
Top 8?
Yeah.
Is this the NA Dota fanboy that's coming out of you?
I'm no fanboy. That's honestly how I feel.
Is this opposite day where top 8 is bottom 8?
Damn, that little faith, huh?
I mean, it's either top 8 or bottom 8, right? It's 50-50. I mean, you might be convinced that Digital Chaos is top 8, but I think a lot of people out there would raise their eyebrow. But we'll see. We'll see how well they play against Team Secret here.
You're all laughing now, but wait till they make it top 8.
Okay, man. Okay.
Well, Team Secret, they need an MP hero. They need a decent right clicker because it works really well with the Batten. Maybe we'll see Lycan again. I think Lycan's actually pretty good here.
Oh, the complete run at you
10
strategy.
seconds to go.
Bounty track, Ember flying left and right. The Wolfman going ham. I like it. I like it.
Dyer's pick.
DC will actually take out the Juggernaut and goes into a Bristleback. All right.
Radiant's pick.
I think we saw, what is it, Weehaw playing it earlier today? And he was like
Yeah, just,
15-0 and 14, something ridiculous.
It was 16-0 and 13, I believe.
Something like that. But I think that's a very different game, right? Because at that game, he had a lot of heroes where he could just run at. And they really had no ways to deal with it, right? I think Arc Warden in that game in particular just struggled against Bristleback that was just running at him.
Reserve time.
But this game, though, he does have a couple of advantages. So far, none of these heroes from Team DC will likely build into a Silver Edge. So his
10
passive is
seconds
going to be
to go.
sticking around throughout the whole game. And that's something that we had to deal with in his own game. Okay.
Not what I
PL.
expected.
I
But
don't
a
know.
very effective pick. I feel like it's a very effective pick against the Bristleback.
How so?
One thing Bristleback suffers from is the lack of mana pool. If you have a Phantom Lancer that builds into Diffusal, it's not all that difficult to just drain him of his mana pool, and then he's just kind of useless.
Okay, I hear you. I think Bristleback has a mana talent at level 10, I believe. But that's probably not going to be enough to, you know, when you're eating 18 illusion mana burning you, that's probably not going to be enough. And
It's not even a mana pool bonus, it's just a mana regen. So
yeah,
it's
mana
definitely not
regen, yeah,
enough.
so it doesn't really even help at all. In that game, we have had a Chakra Magic from a Keeper of Light to refill his mana and also letting him double Quill Spray. No help here.
10 seconds to go.
Okay, PL, not exactly what I expected. Do you think this is actually going to be the mid PL versus the Invoker matchup, allowing the Ember Spirit to be handled by MP in the safe lane?
I think so, because, I mean, this is the so-called counter, right? PL does really well. But it looks like mid one is going to be sticking to the Ember Spirit.
Okay. Safe lane PL.
Well, don't speak too soon. You know, both of these players kind of swap every now and then, don't they?
Well, it looks like mid one is going to be
No,
going
mid one is definitely going mid.
Yeah. He's got the Ember Spirit. Pylai Dai will be playing the Crystal Maiden. That means our Captain Puppy will be on the Bounty Hunter. Going to the bottom lane, we got MP playing the Phantom Lancer. And last but not least, our offlane player Kezu will be on the Abaddon. Me on the dire side, Boba will be playing Sand King again. In the jungle, Dubu currently does not have any of his skill points selected yet. Will be on Treant Protector. Mason, the carry Bristleback. We got Rubik being handled by Demon. And of course that leave Abed playing the mid Invoker. Already sunstriking people in the face. Looks like he is taking the jabs approach. It seems like everybody's taking the jabs approach now, where you just sunstrike non-stop, shrine up to gather as much information as possible, and then start to go take your rune.
Not a bad strategy. Nothing really to lose either.
Yep.
They're gonna go for a smoke here. Interesting. I think they're trying to pick up an easy first blood kill here.
Is that enough heroes to actually get a kill?
You got a Treant Protector is always enough.
They might force MP away from the rune, but I really doubt they will get the kill, especially if he has his escape spell selected.
And away
In fact, he
we
will
go.
just concede the rune. And in fact, I think he might want to actually TP away from this lane. This is not really a lane that he could farm in. Boba on the top lane, though, might be giving up first blood. Kezu looking to swipe through Crystal Maiden. Pylai Dai says, easy first blood. Will grab it for himself, and that's quick boots for the Maiden. Nicely done.
So much for diplomacy.
I think MP actually can just stay down here. You can just farm with the Lance for now. It's not exactly that bad, I think. And you just let the rest of your team carry.
Yeah, CM could actually get a quick level 2, given the fact that she got first blood experience. And now she's jungling up. Once she gets level 2, MP's farm with Lance plan might not be too bad, but he's now surrounded from all sides. Okay, he does have a teleport scroll already selected. Easy lift by Demon, finding out the real one. Suddenly MP might be giving up a kill. He's gonna try to pour it out. Ooh, the big punch from Dubu. And you know what the worst part is? His TP's on CD, so he has to walk all the way back into the lane. Meanwhile, Puppy maybe heard me talking about Pylai Dai's courier sniping stats. Already adding 1 to himself right now. Takes out the courier on the bottom side.
I don't think MP actually expected that amount of damage to come out of DC. He held onto his skill point, and I guess he expected to survive with the doppelganger, but
Yep.
Demon with a quick lift, finding the real one.
Mid one might be in a lot of trouble here. Abed does have the cold snap invoked, and now mid one needs to juke to the left side. Good escape, and I don't think DC could cut him off, but might actually force him away from. Ooh, he's actually inside the Roshan pit. Okay, it's a
They want
bait.
to turn it around.
Yep, nice two-man chain here. They want Demon. Demon in a lot of trouble. They're going to try to burn him down. A couple more right-click is necessary, but the Treant heal enough to keep Demon alive. Demon going for the double Shadow Walk, extra damage, but unfortunately, not enough.
So we are going to have a lane swap here. Ketsu goes to the bottom lane, and MP is able to farm the top lane now. You know, earlier we saw TNC against EG. Cuckoo was playing mid PL.
Right.
He went for Diffusal into Scepter. And I think we're probably going to see that again this game. I just want to see stuff bouncing all over the place.
Ah, shit, boys. Sorry for missing that kill on the bottom. Looks like
One
they
for
just
one trade.
killed each other. Some manly Dota was missed on the bottom side. I'll be try to not miss any more kills from now on.
But yeah, between the Shuriken Toss and the Phantom Lance bouncing everywhere.
The double axe,
Seems like a
all
pretty-
bounces.
Yeah.
Mid one, applying some pressure against a bed. We do ping out, perhaps expecting Puppy coming in. Yep, scan on top. They know Puppy's here. Dust is gonna fly out. Puppy in a lot of trouble, but Kezu does have the shield
Got the
available,
shield.
and he will be able to run away. Nicely done. The show also taking off the dust debuff, so Puppy staying invis.
So far, though, this is definitely a much better start for DC. They still want to continue playing aggressively, and this time they're actually able to find the openings to apply the pressure.
Right.
Last game, they just weren't able to find anything.
And at the same time, DC's not under as big of a clock as they were last game, right? Like, even if their early game offense is, like, if it doesn't work out, they could still kind of hang back because they do have Invoker to fall back on as a kind of a decent late game hero.
And this time, unlike EG's draft, DC actually have enough AoE to deal with a hero like Phantom Lancer. So I definitely agree with you there.
Mid one. Gonna get his... Oh, they're gonna try to fight under a shrine, but immediately we have teleport coming in. Mid one might be in a lot of trouble. Lift into Sunstrike, into Cold Snap. Mid one trying to suicide to the dragons. Ooh, it's gonna be close. In fact, he makes it out. Jebaited. That's 2 TPs, the shrine usage, and he makes it out without giving away a kill. So not too bad. Crystal Maiden back in the top lane here. We'll start things off with the Frostbite, but a little bit too tanky, and we'll just Burrow Strike out.
Well, so far, looks like Secret are going to be ahead in net worth, but behind in EXP. I feel like in the early game, having EXP is actually better than just 1k gold. I think if you're able to hit your level 6s earlier, it's more beneficial.
Alright, starting things off against Kezu in the bottom lane, looking to straight up TP out. The Sunstrike gonna be close, and it's gonna be enough. Mason picks one up for the team.
I'm really surprised that worked. I thought he was gone for sure.
Calculated, man. It's fine. Ooh, I think they saw Pi like that coming in here. Pi in the trees right now. He will tangle to the right side, but yeah, I think he's a gone. Wait, dude. He's got the Nikes on. Ring around the rosy within the trees, and the supports do not want to dive. At least not yet.
I think they learned our lesson from last game. They just don't want to make the same mistake.
Yo, no, man. They're coming in. Pi Lai die. The dandy little maiden gonna get lifted back. The Sunstrike, bang! Looks like Dubu will pick this one up. The creeps blocking a lot of that Sunstrike damage.
Yeah, unfortunately, you know, because this creep wave was there, Abed wasn't able to get that kill because I think he actually needs it.
Yeah.
Falling behind a little bit against mid one.
In fact, mid one's almost doubling up on CS against Abed. It's quite a unusual sight for Abed. Normally he does very well in his own lane, mid lane.
Trouble brewing at Radiant's bottom tower. Dire's top tower's getting beat down.
Right after we said that Invoker is actually pretty good against the Ember.
Yep. I mean, let's be real, mid one did receive a bit of help from Puppy. In fact, Puppy is coming in again. So it wasn't really a true 1v1. But yeah, Abed definitely struggling here in the mid lane. Mason though, doing quite well in the bottom lane. Already got the Ring of Health. Leading in terms of CS. What do you think Mason will be going for as his first major item? Vanguard, Hood, that kind of stuff, or?
Well, he's got the Ring of Health right now, so I'm gonna have to assume that the Hood is probably his best choice, especially if you consider how much magic damage comes out of Team Secret.
Kezu, shield is broken up. He's only level 4, no ultimate. They could easily make a tower dive on him. In fact, Kezu, a lot of trouble. Mason,
that's a lot of TPs though.
Okay, pops a mango, triple running in. Mason dead. They did take out Abaddon, but I think great trade here for Team Secret so far. Demons on the run, bound Secret eating the tree. Demons still juking in the tree lines, trying to make it out, but the Janata will slow him down. Should be a very easy kill. In fact, they give it to mid one. TP's in, grabs a double kill for himself. Well worth the trip.
Yeah, and all of that was with an arcane rune, so he's gonna have everything up pretty quickly. Once he gets that triple remnant, he's gonna be ready to go. And this is kind of reminiscent of the first game, just overcommitting at the tier 1 and Secret responding very quickly.
Uh-oh. Blink roots. Mason on the run. But just a little harass.
That should help.
Yeah, coin.
I feel like that's kind of one of the weaknesses DC's draft has. They really need Bulba for the lockdown, because apart from Bulba, their disables are kind of lacking.
Yeah, you're relying on like a short mini stun from Treant Protector, Telekinesis Lift, which is not a thing, and of course, Mason doesn't even have his nasal glue yet, so they see this annoying Crystal Maiden again, but
Radiant's
will they make it the
bottom
dive?
tower's seen better days.
He's just gonna get out this time.
Trouble brewing at Radiant's bottom tower.
Definitely a very different playstyle from what we've seen. Like in game 1, Secret was defending their outer towers pretty aggressively, but this one,
Tower ain't pretty
they're just
sad.
conceding it, making sure that they do well on the other sides of the map. Top lane Boba does have the living armor backing him up. And like you said, they really need Boba's Blink to come online, but he's just underfarmed at this point.
Have fun trying to bust.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately for him, he can't really do anything because PL and CM have just been pressuring him the entire time, and the rest of his team hasn't come up here to help him.
One of them bottom
I imagine every time he shows his face, he eats a lance.
And a frostbite.
Radiant's mid tower's getting banged up.
Bulba is now resorting to pulling. So we're not going to be seeing a Blink Dagger out of Bulba anytime
Dire's
soon
top
either.
towers, you know the drill.
Which might be kind of problematic for DC.
Uh-oh, I think they know that Sand King is farming here mid one,
Dire might want to mine their top tower.
waiting very patiently. Vision and Sand King, they do see him,
Dire's top tower's getting beat down.
but mid one does not want to commit just yet. Drops a remnant on the right side. The creep wave will spot him out.
The Dire might want
They just want to pressure this tower right now.
Them Dire buildings.
MP went for drums. It's kind of interesting to see.
I bet maybe going for a solo kill on Puppy. No, just forcing out that Shadow Walk. And with Mason's TP, looks like that push is going to be over. Secret, somewhat being annoyed by the living armor that they play so well with in game 1. And likewise, DC will be able to hold on to their early towers with a lot of success. So all of that rotation from mid 1 was just a big waste of time.
They got 2 TPs out and did some damage to the tower. It wasn't that bad.
Well, I mean, the damage to the tower is nothing, right? Dubu's going to heal it up eventually.
That's true. Interesting enough, this game feels like every support is so low level. I think this is the first time I've ever seen all 4 supports being under level 6 at 10 minutes.
10-minute mark, yeah. Considering the fact there's Tome of Knowledge, that is actually very uncommon, you're right. They have been rotating a lot, and to be honest, not many kills in this game. I mean, 9 kills is actually not the lowest, but
Dire's
still,
mid
a
tower's
lot of
having
constant roaming.
technical difficulties.
Yeah, while the kills have been happening, it's just that these supports are just constantly trying to match each other.
Yeah.
So everyone's just under level, but the cores are the only ones with EXP.
What do you think about this mid 1 first item BOTs? This is pretty greedy of a build, if you ask me.
I think he does this a lot. I think he's...
Radiant's mid
Well,
tower.
smoke will break. Are they going to go on Mason? That's going to be a tough kill, and he's going to start dropping all that quill spray. They're going to have to burst him down quick, and looks like they will try to do so, but look at the quill damage. They finally do take him down. Everybody under half health.
Mid tower's getting
And Secret will back it up. Mid 1
what's happening to Dire's bottom tower.
picks up
Go
the killing
Shrine,
spree.
everyone.
Is this the 4-man shower? They don't really even need a shrine. They'll just walk it off.
I'll take your tribute.
Meanwhile,
Looks like they-
the slow nature of the game has really allowed Abed to catch back up, right? Like, he was quite behind, and he is still behind compared to the Ember, but he does have the Midas running now, and given enough time, he's going to start becoming a force to be reckoned with.
I think he actually does need to start assisting his team, though. Especially since they're up against a Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter is about to hit 6. I don't think you're going to be able to trade once he does hit 6. You're going to start falling behind in gold.
Alright, Abed rotating in, but he's going to be trapped in. Crystal Maiden comes in with a Frostbite, and all the nukes going on Abed's face. Dubu ports in. Thought about using the Overgrowth.
Did you not see it?
No, he poured
I
in
don't
Invis,
think
right? So
Radiant's top
Oh,
tower
okay.
is taking
Yeah.
hits.
he's good. Oh, Crystal Maiden might be in a little bit of trouble.
Use a little help.
Nope.
Radiant's top tower's in bad shape.
So MP is going to be going for the Diffusal Blade as his first item.
Radiant's top tower.
I just really want to see the Ag Scepter PL. I think it's actually very, very strong.
Top lane Mason.
Radiant's gone.
Be taking yet another tower for the team.
Radiant's top tower in bad shape.
Tower denied.
Radiant's top tower's been disowned.
So far, pretty slow game here. And I think walking into the mid game, you can make a strong case that DC is about to hit the stride. We talked about the Blink Dagger on the Sand King. Invoker's coming online as well. In fact, Boba threatening Sun on Kezu here. Well, on the back line, Trian letting loose his ultimate here. Getting 2 heroes so far. They do take down the tree, but this is not a good spot for the Radiant to fight. Massive teleport coming back in. They're looking at Boba. Boba trying to channel his ultimate, trading 1-for-1 with the Ember Spirit. Kezu moving down here. And Secret will be able to retreat. End of the day, 1-for-2 trade. They did take down the Ember, but losing 2 in the process.
Gotta remember, that was a 3v5. Rest of the team is still farming. MP doesn't join the fight. It's going to continue to work towards that Diffusal Blade. And I think once MP gets this Diffusal Blade, Team Secret are in a very good position to take fights.
I think this game is definitely, there's going to be a lot of ebb and flow in terms of who's actually stronger, right? Like, once PL finishes Diffusal, they're going to be stronger for a while, but I imagine once Invoker gets his Ags, and then Sand King gets his Blink, DC's right back on top. So I think this game is really about who gets the better timing, who gets the item, and then could take advantage of those items.
Yeah, that's definitely a good point. Kezu is about to finish his Vlads, and
Might want to mine their top
lines up
tower.
very well with that Diffusal Blade. So I think
Dire's top
Team
tower.
Secret definitely going to be in a position.
Here we
to
go,
make
a
this.
bed gonna get picked again. This Invoker is just not having a good time at all. Currently 0, 2, and 3. I mean, he does have a Hand of Midas running, but still, man. Having a tough time catching back up. Ooh, MP TP out Burrow Strike. Boba will find his man. I think they will be able to easily chain stun him down. Okay, jumps away. But and Demon's so good at finding the real one.
He really is. I mean, Demon is like the juke master, right? I mean, you must have seen his original PL juke.
Yeah,
video.
man. I
He just
remember that.
knows.
Yeah, the PL clip where he like doppelganger and just start microing illusions away. Has his real hero standing there. He's like, I know.
I mean, did you see MP? He tried that. He tried to move away an illusion, but Demon wasn't having it. He just like, that's not the real one.
I mean, Demon has been doing those PL micros since Dubu was, or not Dubu, but MP was in diapers or something. Because I don't think MP has been playing Dota nearly as long as Demon has.
But yeah, nice gank from DC. Puppy's gonna get spotted here. You have to be careful. Just gonna make it out of sentry range.
Last much longer.
Demon does have dust though. Puppy has to be careful.
By the way, how do you feel about Demon's support? I feel like he's been extremely impressive every time I watch him play 5 position. Just very effective for the amount of farm he has.
Oh yeah, of course. Especially considering his playstyle, it's like perfect for support role.
Stay in the trees, gank people, counter gank.
Just yeah, very flashy.
Dire's
Perfect
top
hero
tower.
for him too.
You know the drill.
Alright, we got Mason rotating back up top. Keizu has been getting a ton of space. As of last finish, like you said, 1,000 in the bank. Not exactly sure what he's going to be working on next. Highlight Dive bravely moving forward right into the trap. Sunstrike's going to be on top, and that is going to be a kill for a bed.
Dire's
Oh.
courier.
We did say that, oh, did he just snipe another courier? Puppy.
Puppy sniped another one. Yeah.
How does he know?
Kenzie played a Batten earlier. I think he just goes for Solar Crest next.
Okay.
And then after that, it's just kind of situational. I think he lands Scepter afterwards, but it's really up to him. But he's got to get that Solar Crest. That item's OP.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more why Midwin went for straight BOTs and then into the Maelstrom instead of the casual, or not casual, but the common Veil. Like, he combines so well with Puppy's playstyle, who's just been constantly off the map, scouting for the team.
Of invisibility.
And the BOT gives them such high amount of global presence that they can force kills pretty much anywhere.
This'll come in handy.
Alright, DC grouping up.
Oh, wow. Puppy already has a Solar Crest, so I think Kezu's actually going to be going for something else then.
Okay.
Question is, what would be good here? I actually think that this game, it's
Midas,
not
Radiance?
a bad idea to go for Silver Edge. Oh,
You're right. I did say
not
that
bad.
there was not a lot of ways to break that passive, right? From tier.
This could be a disaster for Secret.
Jumping back in, he dodges the tornado! What a play here by Midone, but he might be dead. No, he jumps away. No, actually, that was Rubik's from Demon, though. Will still go down. Crystal Maiden ultimate in the backline will get cancelled immediately, but here, MP shows up with the Diffusal Blade. He's burning mana left and right, but I don't think he'll be able to kill Boba. He's still going hard, yet using another Diffusal Blade charge. That is another Lance getting the kill. Mason getting his mana now burned. They will turn around another Diffusal Blade charge to use. 4 charges used so far. Might be a 5th one. Yeah, that's a 5th one being used. Mason, he is the Ray boss. He doesn't care. Charges in. Alright. A very good display of the Diffusal Blade, but really a carnage of a fight for both sides. Pretty even fight overall.
That was such a sick play from mid one, but unfortunately, the rest of DC was right on his left.
Yeah.
He just ends up getting sandwiched by everyone. But at least it looked damn good.
It did, right? Dodging that tornado, retaining his flame guard, dealing the damage and sustaining a little bit more health. I gotta say though, like that fight, this tier 1 tower being there is MVP for DC. Allow them quick reinforcement pass with a TP. Imagine if there's no tree in the game. The tier 1 would not be there. And I think Team Secret would have had a much better time taking that fight.
Carry on.
But as it is, Dubu giving his team a lot of leg room to actually win that fight.
Treant OP?
Definitely very good.
I predicted him as the most picked in this tournament. And I think that Monkey King will be most banned.
Definitely could make a strong argument for that one. I think I had the opposite. I put Monkey King the most ban and Treant the most pick. But
Wait, isn't that what I just said?
I think you said the first one.
Oh.
It's fine.
Oh well.
What we're trying to say is both those heroes are pretty good. And we got
I don't think
Dubu,
anyone's gonna beat my player prediction.
Boba for everything.
I got Boba in every field. I wonder how many points I'm gonna get.
Well, so far his you know, he's not like maxing out on anything, right? Which could be a good or bad sign, because I'm pretty sure there's like the high GPM and there's also like the highest deaths and stuff like that. And it's not hitting on any of those. Demon, however, will be dying here. Horde is coming in from Mason. The bash will come through. I don't think Midone will die here. Yeah, he jumps back out.
Yeah. Safety Spirit this time?
And you're right, MP is going to be going for the Aghanim Scepter.
Dyer's top.
So walk me through it. Why do you think Axe is such a good item here?
It's so annoying with Diffusal. It just makes 5 illusions in every team fight. What's not to like?
Alright, Kezu in a lot of trouble, but here comes PL trying to cover his teammate. Nice 2-man burrow shot, but here comes Midone as well. Boba! Well, he is going to be going down. The PL illusions in the backline being super annoying. This is a much even game compared to game 1, but I gotta say, all things considered, Digital Chaos is still falling a little bit behind. Abed is having a very tough time, and honestly, heroes like Bristleback, he really needs to item like a ton of items to scale forward. He's going for Radiance. Alright, man. Is that the item to get?
I think it's fine, right? He's got the Solar Crest, he's got the hood. I mean, he's very tanky right now. I mean, you saw how much damage PL was doing to him.
Ooh, Demon
And-
finds himself Puppy on the back line here. They will lift him up, and that should be a very easy kill. Alright. Nicely done here by Demon. Not exactly sure how he spotted him out. But maybe this sentry helped out here.
Dyer's top towers get
But yeah, back to the Radiance. I think the biggest thing about the Radiance is because he kind of expects that he's not going to be having mana in a lot of these team fights, simply because of the mana burn from PL.
Dubu smacks Kezu once, goes invis, smacks him again, and then again. The new chain stun here from Tree. And give him the stun again. Alright, now he's stunned up again. Now Dubu's waiting to go invis. This Tree is OP! And again. Waits it out. Okay, almost up. Okay. Didn't need it for the 5th time. Meanwhile, he was healing the tower in between of all those chain stuns so that the MP doesn't take the tower. What a Tree player, guys.
I don't think there's a better feeling than doing that on a Tree. It's just so funny. Like, you can't help but just constantly laugh at your opponent, even if it means like you're gonna throw away your life. Because I have done that before. You know, I chain stunned someone, but I ended up dying for it. But it was totally worth it.
Alright, DC going straight into the Roshan pit. They will have the Nasal Glue to lower the armor, of course, as well as that Solar Crest. Dubu in position to scout people out. Puppy can't really get tracks off, and here comes Dubu. Could start things off with the Overgrowth, goes for Pylite Die. There's the Overgrowth. Blink, Burrow Strike come through, and can it actually kill the CM? CM still very healthy. Tracks are flying out on the backline here. It's going to be Mason picking up the Aegis. Now PL with his illusions coming in. MP using that Diffusal Blade charge. Nice jump to the right side. Here comes Emperor Spirit. Lots of damage, but not enough. No, they do take him down. Rubik goes down as well. No Shrine activation just yet. Now they use the Shrine. Can they actually retreat? MP moving forward. Finds himself Dubu. Dubu trying to go invis. Cannot do so. Meanwhile, nice EMP or nice Tornado coming out, but they have to track on Dubu. They got the Aegis, but they lost a lot on the way out. The Korean players from Team Secret showing off that they could keep these people locked down and chase them to, well, non-stop chase. Really good stuff.
That's just kind of the power of this Secret lineup. They're just so good at pursuing their opponents, and DC just weren't in a good position to take that fight.
Yeah, DC really needs to start digging deep. I don't think they could keep on losing these mid-game team fights. Track is involved in every one of these team fights. Last fight, 3-man Track. Mason sitting in the front line, extremely tanky. Got the missed chance from the Radiance, got the Hood, got the Solar Crest. I don't think they could actually kill Mason, but it seems like Secret has no trouble dancing around Mason and killing everybody else.
Yeah, that's definitely the plan, because this Bristle does not take damage. Interesting to see. Bulba is going to be going for a Midas on the Sand King.
Alright, catch a Midas. I like it.
Midas. Demon also has the Midas, so does Treant Protector. 4 Midases on DC. I like it.
I mean, that's one way to go late, right? I think you were talking about that strategy earlier. In game 1.
I mean, this is the strategy.
Boba tracked up right now. Look at the right click damage from mid one. He just gets the kill. He's out. Puppy. Can he actually make it out? No, I think he is completely donezo. Nice snipe by Abed. Alright, 1-for-1 straight here. It was a track kill, but DC answers right back. I think they really want to use this Aegis still. Mason probably leading the team to actually get that tier 2 bottom.
Yeah, all things considered, DC are definitely not out of this game yet, by any means.
I mean, they're doing okay, but it seems like every one of these fights, they're just losing by a little bit, right? And all of that little bit adds up. Like this goal graph is just completely going up. Despite the 3 or 4 Midases. Bottom lane looks like big fight is going to break out. Mid one juking around left and right. He is going to get Overgrowth. Sunstrike on top of his head. He does take down Demon before. And now he jumps forward. Going on the back line here. Okay, they do take down Mason. Are they actually going to try to take him down a second time? Sand King's coming back in immediately. Ultimate from Kezu. Mason in the front line, too tanky. Here comes Epicenter, hitting absolutely nobody. Goes on the Crystal Maiden. He will go down. Mason dropping very, very low. Here comes the Deafening Meteor combination. Mason still alive, looking pretty decent. Oh god, Puppy's dropping low. He's going to be fine. MP on the left side trying to run out. Mason's on the chase. Kezu takes one down. He's trying to TP out of there. He will not make it out. Mid one catches him out, and the raid boss goes down. Mason apparently not tanky enough. Ooh, Sunstrike.
Sunstrike.
Was it in the base?
No, he was trying to find Puppy. I think it was just a little bit closer to where Puppy is now. I think what that team fight really showed is that DC is really lacking disables for Mason to hit anyone.
Yeah.
And it's kind of unrealistic to hope for Abed to land all of his spells just by himself.
Well,
Until
I
he
think
hits level 25, you're not gonna have that tornado.
I think what you said earlier, the key player for DC is Boba, right? He needs to start fights with a 2-man burrow strike, and then retreat, and then land another 2-man burrow strike. Because without him contributing over and over again, DC will have trouble. Like Mason was in the whole fight, but he just got kited.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, here we go. The Scepter Phantom Lancer. Just makes so much noise every time you throw out a Spirit Lance. Just wait for the next one. It makes so much noise.
Definitely a very strong farming item as well. Just throw on a creep wave.
The Dire might want to mine the
Just
top
goes to
tower.
work.
Dire's top tower's getting beat down.
Well, interesting to see. Abed doesn't take any of his talents at level 18.
Dire's top tower.
I feel like I think the EXP game would be pretty good,
Dire's
right?
top tower.
I think we were watching Mid One's Invoker earlier as well. He did skip a couple of talents himself, but at least he took like I think the 10 and 15, right?
The Dire
I feel like the 10 one is kind of whatever, but the 15 one is pretty important, I think.
Dire's top tower's
I
getting
mean, maybe I bet just want to play Dota the pre-7 way. You know? No talents, it's okay.
No talent. Game is too easy. I'm not gonna take talents.
Well, we got the score 22 to 15. The game is much closer, but the network graph tells a different tale. Despite the fact that there's 4 Hannah Midases on DC, seems like Bounty's track is like a global Hannah Midas for the team, as they're up by quite a bit of gold. The map advantage definitely on the side of Team Secret as well. They're constantly in the enemy jungle. We've seen Puppy snipe Courier twice already. And of course, they have a lot of global advantage with the double BOTs as well.
Oh, Dubu gets caught out.
Yeah, Dubu is going to give away a 4-man track kill. MP is now unstoppable. And this tier 2 looks like it's going to go down, especially without living armor backing him up.
So it looks like Kezu is going to be going for somewhat of a carry build.
the Dire.
Since Puppy has the Solar Crest, he goes for Salt Kuros instead.
Basher, okay. And he's queuing up the Blink. I like it. I think one of the best way to deal with the Invoker in the late game is you just get on top of him and start pressuring him. Make sure that he doesn't have time to cast his spells.
Well, mid one almost finishing the Octarine Core. Man, he's going to be so difficult to kill once he finishes it. He just outputs so much magic damage right now. I feel like it's
Oh god, I bet.
going to be impossible to kill him.
Ember jumps in on the right, does not find anybody. Man, DC can't even protect their own area of the map. They're just getting completely invaded. Jungle has no neutrals for them. Team Secret constantly farming it. And sooner or later, Team Secret will have map advantage to take the Roshan as well. A very big problem for Team DC right now.
Haste.
Starting to worry for DC's game plan. Sure, they have 4 Midases, but even though they have an Invoker to fall back on, I feel like Team Secret's late game is still going to be superior.
I mean, in terms of scaling, Crystal Maiden doesn't scale that well. But apart from that, I think Secret has... All the other 4 heroes are more than happy to go super late.
I mean, Palai's got that Midas.
Alright.
Sure, he'll be fine.
Actually, you know, I've been seeing Febby from Team Fnatic power that early Midas into a Blink BKB, so CM could definitely do some stuff as well.
Oh, top lane.
Are they gonna try to get big one? Well, oh no, they're actually gonna go in. Demon's gonna take a ton of damage. Overgrowth not gonna come out in time here. Now it comes out, but the team is already taking a ton of that. A lot of damage. Jubu trying to make it out. Mid one's gonna take him down. Meanwhile, on the back line, looks like they've lost Boba as well. 3 dead immediately, 2 track kills. Team Secret rolling again. And this goal graph looking bad.
This mid one Ember is just too good. I think this is actually one of his best heroes.
Does he have heroes that he's not good at?
That's a good point. You're right.
Oh, Abed. Tracked up. Okay, I mean, he's gonna try to gold swap, but they got vision on him. Track and jam, and look at that long chain. Yeah, he is gonna be dead as well. They're gonna make him work for it, but there you go.
How about that?
Feels bad.
So Invoker can split push. You can't run ganks. Can you defend
There's
your
just
base?
no escaping this mid one Ember. Like now that he has Octarine, Shivas, and Maelstrom, like, how do you even kill him? You just don't have the damage on DC.
They need to start off with the Burrow Strike from Sand King and then follow up with the Overgrowth and kill him in between. But the way that he's played so safely, I don't know if Boba could find the opening.
I mean, if you assume his team is with him, how do you actually kill him? Kezu can always save him.
Yeah.
There's a Solar Crest from Puppy.
Alright, well, Mason is doing a fine job protecting the base, allowing Treant to get a little bit of more time to heal up the tower. So at least they're holding their high ground, but for how long? Ember jumps in the right side, goes on straight Demon. Demon pops the Shrine, getting a little bit of HP back. Will he actually survive? No, he goes down very quickly on the back line. Okay, Mason's in there, but the Overgrowth, a lot of those are just PL illusions. PL moving forward. Dubu in a lot of trouble. Dubu is going to just get burned down. Ember comes in, gets a Beyond Godlike streak, and now Mason getting chased down under the tier 4. The raid boss is down. Team Secret, all 5 still alive. Invoker's back, but Invoker, the solo wizard against the world. I don't know if Abed could do anything. This is going to be the first lane of racks for Team Secret. They could go for more if they want. Or they go back for shrines, but it seems like they're gonna just get the second lane of racks.
Demon buys back. Abed TPs to the shrine, trying to go for the backside.
Dire's top tower.
Abed is also scouted because there's Observer Ward from Team Secret. They know the Invoker is not in the base. Abed's like, I'm gonna farm some neutrals for now. On the back line, Ember says, I'm gonna farm some heroes. Demon dead again. And they call GG.
Nothing left of Dire's top racks.
Well,
The game was a lot more convincing the first time around, but you know, DC, they had a decent start, but I feel like their lineup just didn't really allow them to take fights into Team Secret once Team Secret had the items that they needed.
I felt like it's not just about the lineup, but 2 games in a row, I think Team Secret just outclassed DC. And your statement about DC finishing top 8, I don't know, man.
Hey, they could both make it to top 8.
That's true. I mean, right now, Team Secret is obviously 2-0 after today's games. And DC, not too bad, 1-1. Better than a lot of people expected them to be, so, you know.
Well, I have for sure, I definitely have high expectations for Team Secret. I think, like, after seeing the first round of all the teams playing, it's so difficult to predict who's actually going to make it out on top this tournament. I feel like there's just so many unpredictable outcomes from that initial best of 3 from everyone.
Yeah, I mean, we saw a lot of teams playing well, but I think we both concluded there wasn't one team that you'd be like, okay, this team is winning the major, right? So we're going to have to kind of wait and see, and that's good. That means more exciting games for us to kind of check out. I believe coming up on the stream next, we got Mousport versus SG. Is that correct? Let me double check. I don't want to give some false